Dina, you're right. Yeah, we are in conversation with Aldar now. Why? Because, well, we've been invited down here to the Coca-Cola Arena by they, for this, the launch, the official launch of The Wild. Now, listen to this. A design masterpiece inspired by Mother Nature. A place where people and nature will live and grow together. A place that will nurture the health and well-being and the development of children while fostering a sense of responsibility for protecting the environment. I wish they were my words, but they're not. They're the words of Jonathan Emery, the CEO of Aldar Development, who was with us, Dini and I, in studio last week. He was kind enough to come into the studio and give us a little bit of a sneak peek, if you were. He then proffered the invite to come on down here, and it's an absolute pleasure now to welcome the Chief Commercial Officer at Aldar Development, Cecilia Reinaldo, who joins us live here at the arena. I was going to say welcome, but you've welcomed us in, so thank you first and foremost for the invite.
Good morning. Great to have you guys here.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. The vibe down here is great. Not my first rodeo, not your first rodeo. Sales launches are a moment of excitement, a moment to be enjoyed. But am I right in thinking that Aldar do things a bit differently, especially with the market as it is at the moment? I mean, you could literally open a door and be inundated with people. You didn't need to go to the extent that you have down here at the arena. The Aldar effect, explain that to me.
Yeah, so I think we focus a lot on customer experience, right? We take the buying process very, very seriously. And yes, you're right, people are selling property at a pace that is unprecedented. But we feel that customers should take their time and they should experience the sensory aspect of what the community means, especially because we do a lot of exclusive lifestyle communities. As you know, we launched in Dubai. Our first flagship project was Haven, which was focused on wellness. Then we moved to Atlan, which was focused on active living, and now with the Wilds, which is all about connecting with Mother Nature. So I think there's nothing more special than inviting customers to experience that and be able to select the materials and experience something different. There's no rush. This is about customer experience at its core, which is what we are always focusing on.
A sensory experience, which I suppose is key to the theme that you are of course, promoting this time around. I mean, I'm reading that there is so much to talk about with regards to this latest development here in Dubai, the third residential development in Dubai. You say it's a first of its kind. Again, one of those phrases that we hear all too often. But
correct,
what sets it apart here?
Yeah, the important key features about this master plan that we like to perhaps highlight. I think the first one is that 1/3 of the master plan is about open spaces, greenery. And this is very rare to see. So we're very focused on allowing residents to have a moment for exploration in the community. Tom, we have a very fast-paced life. So a lot of our research and the customer feedback says, look, we want a home where we can relax, we have well-being opportunities, and that's what was the whole point of developing this master plan based on customer feedback and the ability of bringing the connection of the local wildlife into the project where children can use that. We call it the living classroom, right? The ability to explore, have creativity on your backyard is something very unique. And I think we're all craving a little bit for that, right?
But it is interesting, isn't it? Because you talk to a lot of people, be they internationally renowned adventurers and explorers, or of course those that have grown up in the great outdoors. And that's one thing we don't get here. Getting your fingers dirty, getting your hands dirty, going out into the great outdoors. But that's something you're looking to create with this development.
Absolutely. And we're going full circle, right? We want the bigger, the newest, but now I think we're going back to we want a space where we can relax and recenter ourselves, right? We are in need of that. Our life today is, as I said, very fast. So it's so important to have a development where it takes care of all the elements of what residents are looking for. We're spending a lot of time at home as well, so we need to provide not just with the interior design aspect, but sustainable items and things that people are craving for right now.
How many houses?
So from a master plan point of view, we got 1,700 units. Right now we are launching phase 1, which is 941 villas. They're standing alone villas. They are divided between independent residences and mansions. The mansions will probably launch in a few weeks, but right now we are focusing on residences and the standalone villas.
And I suppose the big question for a lot of people is location, location, location. Where is it? Because The ambition is great with the greenification of this area, but
Correct.
whereabouts are you putting it?
Yeah, so this is pretty much opposite Global Village, next to the Albarari community, which is well established. Everybody is aware where it is, but is a great location.
In terms of when as well, I mean, obviously a lot of people were coming down here, and as you say, you know, this is their future, this is their dream home,
Yeah.
this is their forever home as well that they're
Exactly,
investing into. When can they get the keys?
So we're looking at Q2 2029. That's the expected completion date for the project.
And I know that a lot of people, a lot of our listeners, a lot of our viewers, we go, okay, cool. Well, maybe I should come down, or maybe I should get an invite. Maybe I want to find out more. It's always very difficult to ask you for a price because it all depends on the plot, etc.
Yes,
But give
correct,
me give me a rough estimate.
Yeah, so this master plan is different from the previous communities where we had townhomes. This time we focus a little bit on a higher grade size of units. So we have 3 bedrooms which start at 5.1 million. That's the entry point. And all the way to the mansions, which will be disclosing price a little bit later.
A little bit more than
Yeah.
the 5.1. Okay, so there you are. There's your sort of benchmark price. Then people go, okay, great. Well, I've got the environment. Kids can go outside. I can throw them out the front door and they'll be fine for their
Isn't that great?
I love it.
I
You know,
love
it's
it, yeah.
community living. Reminds me of my upbringing.
Yeah.
Amenities. What will the amenities and what amenities are buyers and purchasers looking for at the moment?
Yeah, so obviously we have, resort style swimming pools, running tracks. There's a particular feature in the development that is my favorite, which is the Nest. So this is our flagship clubhouse where the community is going to be able to come together and explore the nature aspect of the development. But a lot of loops and streams, as I said, it's quite a significant size of the development in terms of parks and shallow streams, which probably the kids are going to enjoy a lot. So that's pretty much the main focus.
And the greenery that you mentioned there is going to attract wildlife, is it not?
Absolutely, yeah. That's the whole purpose, right? So we're not going to plant animals, but we're going to be planting trees and flora of the UAE and attracting by default, bees and different birds that are...
Let nature take its course.
It takes its course, correct, yeah.
One word you've mentioned a lot, and one word we mentioned a lot, is community.
Correct,
and
yeah.
this drive for community and
Yes.
community building as well. Again, is that what people want at the moment, given traffic, given the stresses of everyday life?
Absolutely. I think, as I said, we went full circle to what people wanted, the new, the fancy, but I think now people need to have a little bit of downside. Wellness is the top search word right now. And, when people look at homes, it's the sanctuary, right? And I think what we're doing, besides having, very carefully selected the design of the floor plans, is extending that into the community, which is very, very important.
And easy access to amenities for groceries,
Absolutely,
education maybe?
Yeah, so obviously we got school, a branded school coming, which will be announced shortly. But the whole infrastructure of the communities allow people to not leave. So it will be clinics, retail spaces. So it's fully integrated.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. Cecilia, I came here 25 years ago. I brought my wellies with me back then. I haven't used them once, but this gives me the opportunity maybe of using it, that's for sure. Listen, we're looking forward to the day. It promises to be very exciting down here at the Coca-Cola Arena.
We cannot wait to have our broker partners, our customers. We're expecting 1,000 people today.
Looking forward to it. Listen, we're going to throw you up all the details of how you can find out more information onto our sites. But for now, it's a huge thanks to all the team at Aldar Development. I'm also then the Chief Commercial Officer, Cecilia Reinaldo. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Tom. Good to see you again.
It's the Business Breakfast.
Your ARN News.